Is a day we have all been dreading, and Lisa is celebrating. Lisa, is that true?
Celebrating.
She says she is celebrating. This is her final noon newscast right here on KY3 as she prepares to retire. I recently sat down with Lisa for her last interview, and we talk about her career and some moments that have meant so much to her.
Nerves would hit me on crime stories a lot, you know, just because I did not want to offend people. And there was this one story where a man had been shot and left in his truck. I'll never forget seeing that scene, but this was in Lebanon, and my news director at the time wanted me to go to the house where the man's wife was, and the family had gathered. And I went there, and I just could not bring myself to walk in the door. I just stood out in the yard, and she came out and talked to me. And we've been friends ever since.
Really?
Yeah, it was just such a terrible thing. This man was such a good Samaritan, and he had picked up a hitchhiker, and the hitchhiker had killed him. But now I'm really close to the family, and ironically, that turned out to be one of my future husband's close friends.
Really?
Yes, so that has, you can tell that has stayed with me forever. But there were other times that, you know, gosh, you meet some people just on their worst days, and they be just the best people.
And it still brings emotion to you all these years later.
Yeah, it does, you know, and I'm sure it does to you too. I mean, when people are hurting like that, the Joplin tornado, and Lee and I have joked, there's no crying in news, you know, and there just is. You just don't get by without connecting with people. One of the most impactful series of stories I did is when a photographer and I followed all of the denominations, or most of them, from churches here in Springfield down to Katrina, the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. And that was something, to see the outpouring down there. So quit making me cry.
I know.
There's no crying in news.
That's what I've heard. No crying in news, and here we are shedding tears.
I know.
I think people forget that a lot when looking at journalists sometimes on television, that sometimes we can have a tough exterior or we come across professionally, but I like to remind people we are humans too.
Sure.
We are mothers and aunts and friends, and you know, we've have things going on behind the scenes also, and we feel those, the pain and the emotions of things. And I can think back on stories I've done where I didn't want to get out of the car to knock on someone's door, or you know, we go through all those feelings. And that is one of the many reasons we love Lisa. Lisa, you remind us to be a real human, and you show us warmth and compassion for our community. We do want to remind you, you have one last chance. If you would like to post anything about Lisa and say your goodbyes, you can head to KY3 right now. This is our homepage. You can click up here on the trending bar and then scroll down and click inside of the story. It will take you to this kudo board. You can see we are celebrating Lisa Rose. You can post your pictures, videos, and messages. And you do not want to miss tonight's special at 6:30 right here on air on KY3. We will hear from former and current coworkers. You'll also see more of Lisa's interview, and we talk about that all-important moment for Lisa. She's giggling, the Home Depot video that, of course, went viral.
And keeps surfacing.
Yes, it does not go away, does it?
My claim to fame.
And if you want to stay with us after the special tonight here on KY3, we will be streaming the entire Lisa interview, more than 35 minutes on KY3.com, Roku, and inside your KY3 app. Congratulations, Lisa.